We're back. What is up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of On My Way. For those who don't know what On My Way is, go back a couple of videos. We did 5 episodes. We did 5 episodes already. All right, I'm gonna leave a card in the description so you can go see the playlist and watch every single episode so you can understand what On My Way is, what is it going to be, what we talking about, and all of that. So make sure to go check that out. For those who don't know me, I am Joao, 22 years old, born and raised in Brazil. Right now I'm living around the world, and I am an artist. In today's episode, episode number 6, we're going to be talking a little bit about my first single. All right, it just came out. Talk about the name of the song, the story behind it, how did we write it, when did we write it, break down every little piece of the lyrics and everything so you guys can really get the story behind it. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the future videos that we're going to be dropping over here. Well, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, first things first. This single's called Is Our Time Up? We released it on May 17th of this year, 2024, and it's out on all platforms. Go check it out. I will leave the link in the description so you can use your preferred streaming platform and go listen to the song because it's amazing. It's not because I made it. I only make music that I would actually listen to, and this song is like, so beautiful. Also, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure to go follow me on Instagram because everything that is shown here will be coming out on Instagram first. You guys can be a part of the gang. You can be a part of the family. We interact a lot more on Instagram. You're going to stay updated to everything that's going on. And there's a lot more content that is released on Instagram other than just YouTube or just Spotify. Why did I decide that this would be my first single? Is Our Time Up actually was one of the first songs I've ever written. I think is like maybe the 4th or 5th song I wrote. It was written back in early 2022. And going through my catalog, deciding which songs I was going to put on the EP, that song came up. And I was like, okay, this song has got to be my first single. It's like the first song that I wrote that I was comfortable with releasing. Does that make sense? Whatever. Also, another very, very important thing about this song is that I will be donating the proceeds from this release to the victims of the catastrophic floods that have been going on in my home state back in Brazil. So it is a very special song to me. It would mean the world if you guys could really go in the link down below, stream it, play it, share with your friends. The reason why this song actually took so long to come out is because we had 3 different versions of this song. In the beginning, it was me and my boy Cherry. Cherry texted me, I was like, yo, you want to pull up to the studio? And I was like, dude, yes, that's exactly what I need. So I went over to the studio. Cherry already had like this chord progression on the piano ready. And I was like, dude, I vibe with it a lot, but it's not really my sound. How could I explain? I gave the references of like Machine Gun Kelly, Blink-182, The Offspring. Like I gave him my references. So we started arranging the song and building the whole song, and I started writing lyrics to it. So we finished the song. We were super hyped about it. Like I gave you reasons to hate me. It had more of a poppy vibe. The vocals were mixed in a different way. My vocal performance was completely different too. But I ended up leaving the US at the time and I didn't know when I was going to release music, what I was going to do. So the song just ended up staying in the vault. Then after this, when I went back to LA again, I got in the studio again to finish this song because I was like, okay, now I sing better. So let's go back. And I ended up going to the studio with my boy Pat and my other friend Dom. I lied to you, I can change the fact that I fucked up. It all on me and it's hard to see where your heart was. This song is very good.
Okay, so we either do those or we start from scratch.
I'm not to do those. What do you prefer?
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like my voice has improved a lot, so I want to have those on point. As like when we went through the lyrics again and we changed a couple of things, and Pat is a great songwriter, very, very good with lyrics. Dom is also an insane songwriter. So shout out to you guys. You guys basically taught me how to write songs. That's really fucking sick. And we did the second version of Time Up. Honestly, it was just a great time. It was my first time in the studio being back. I missed the boys. I missed being in the studio. It was really cool. We got Taco Bell, we got some drinks.
Okay, this is good, but we can rearrange it. I have ideas.
All right.
We have stems for that?
Yeah, we do.
Where are they?
Guys sent them to you. We hung out, we made music. And then the third version came when I met Kyle.
Hello everyone, Kyle Ward here. Guitarist, multi-instrumentalist, producer, writer.
And we started working on the EP and all of that, and we had 4 songs already recorded. And I was like, it's missing one. I don't want to put an EP out with only 4 songs. I want to do 5. And I remember I had the demo of Time Up.
And it had a lot more of like a rap vibe. It had a lot more auto-tune, like not as much distortion. I'm a rock guy and a metal-headed heart, so, you know, throwing my touch, so to speak, would be like some heavy guitars, some big drum sounds.
And I was like, can we like remake it and make it fit to the sound that we have now?
Joao was really cool and open to trying different ideas. And so, you know, we slapped on some of my favorite guitar sounds with a guitar I really like. Say hi to Tiger, my cat. But basically we just metalified or hard rockified, punkified, however you want to call it, based off of this demo he had, which was a pretty fun process. I really like the transitions with the flanger on the guitar, that jet plane sounding thing that happens a couple times in the beginning and after the first chorus. I really like the harmonies and the da-da-da-da in the pre-chorus, the going around in circles, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun builds up to that stop. I definitely like the ending, how everything is hitting at the same time and everything feels very expressive and energetic, but it doesn't feel cluttered. Everything kind of has its space. And again, it wasn't that difficult. It was just trying to extrapolate what we liked from the demo, what we liked from our arrangement together. And then it was just putting that sauce on, getting the energy behind it, and just making everything sound as big and fun as possible. You guys are gonna have to check it out and tell us your favorite parts.
And we ended up going with that version to put out. And that's how Is Our Time Up was written. 2 years, 3 versions, different people working on it, but it finally came out. It took just the amount of time it needed to take. It took me finding my sound and figuring out who I am for me to be able to put it out. It was totally worth it. What is this song about? So this song tells a story of a couple that hit a rough patch in their relationship. The boy in this situation was me, lied to his girlfriend about something that he didn't think it was major, right? But for her, it was a big deal. And they just started questioning whether it was worth it moving forward with the relationship or not. You know, a lot of people define this song as like a breakup song. I don't think it's a breakup song. I think it's deeper than that. It's really a question for both people involved in the relationship. Like, okay, this happened. Clearly, it affected the relationship, but what are we trying to do? I feel like everyone who's been in a relationship has been on either side of this situation, and it's complicated, but that's why it's such a beautiful song. That's why it resonates so much, because it's real. And I really hope that if for whatever reason you're going through that right now, you can listen to the song and maybe find some clarity, you know, find some answers, or maybe just know that you're going to be okay. Maybe makes you feel less lonely going through that. It is a very special song. I hope you guys really like it. Now, let's break down the lyrics, shall we? Yeah, I lied to you, I can change the fact that I fucked up. It's like, you know, when you lie to somebody and they find out, or you finally come clean and you're just so tired of apologizing, you're like, hey, I am sorry for the millionth time. I can't change the fact that I messed up. I can only act differently from now on. You blame it all on me and it's hard to see where your heart was. You know, when you mess up, right, and the other person starts just unloading shit on you, talking shit to you, making you feel like crap and all that. And I get it. They're also hurt. But it's not because you're hurt that you need to hurt the person who hurt you. I feel like that's part of maturity. when you start growing, you realize that sometimes the other person hurt you, not even on purpose. They just didn't know any better. And you kind of let that go. But in this case, I was just always hearing how much I suck, how bad I am, and all the things I do wrong, and that you're a piece of shit, you have no personality, all kinds of things. And you kind of start questioning, like, where's your heart? Because a few days before that, you loved me with all your heart. And now because I made a mistake, love just turned into hate just like that. It's kind of weird. I know I made mistakes, now we're up in flames, let our love burn. Like I said before, it's like that love just turned into hate. Like there's no salvaging. That's why I have an ad-lib, like let it up, let it burn. It's like, it is what it is. There's not much you can do to salvage it, especially if you're the only person trying to do so. Well, we fight for this, are we letting go? Is our time up? Is our time up now? Like, what are we trying to do here? Are we actually breaking up, or are we fighting for this? Like, do we want to just keep complaining and making us hate ourselves because we keep fighting and just talking shit to each other? Or are we actually going to fight for it and stay together as a couple? Is our time up now is kind of like a let me know. And then we go on to the second verse that goes, hold on, my sins like a gun in my head. I gave you reasons to hate me. You keep holding on to that shit. You keep holding that shit against my head every single day. But I'm aware that I was the reason for it. It's not like you're just doing it out of the blue. Like, I'm letting you know that I'm aware I fucked up. So please drop it. Like, drop that gun, because it's not going to take us anywhere. I broke your trust, now you want me dead. How can we make this receiving? I know that lying is way deeper than just what it was about, because the lie itself was nothing major, but the fact that I lied to you is what fucked you up mentally. Especially if you're dating somebody that, like, already has trust issues. When you lie to them once, even if it's like a super small lie, for them that's big. And then now you want me dead. How can we make this receiving? It's like, I get it. You don't want to see me alive. You don't want to see me good. You don't want to be good right now. You know, but at the same time you love me, so it's a weird feeling. How can we save this? And then you go into the pre-chorus that is, going around in circles, stuck on a roller coaster. Please make it stop, I don't know how. Is our time up now? You keep going through that process. Hence why I say, please make it stop, I don't know how. It's a big fucking roller coaster as we keep going in circles. And I personally don't know how to stop, because I've tried everything. Try to apologize, try to make up for it, try to change my ways and everything, and still wasn't good enough. It's like, I don't know how to do it anymore. Like, you're gonna have to make it stop. And then, is our time up now? Classic line across the whole song. Let me know. And then you have the chorus, which is more like a refrain. I don't know. I didn't want to make the chorus of this song too wordy. A lot of my other songs like have a lot of words into it. I can't even fit it in the chorus. So this song would just use the refrain. Oh, is our time up now? Self-explanatory. Let me know, what are we doing? Then you go into the second verse. You know, we jumped the intro on that one. We wanted to go straight to the point, get back to the chorus as fast as possible, because it's kind of like the climax of the song. And it goes like, won't let me go, but won't take me back. You let your demons embrace me. It's like you want me to stay there. You want to keep me in this little box for whenever you feel like being around again, but you won't fully take me back. You're still kind of living your life as we're on a break. And you let your demons embrace me. It's like, I get it. You have trust issues. That's your own demons. But you kind of put me in that same box with everything else that caused you to have trust issues, because I lied to you once. I'm sorry. You know? I'm not talking specifically to anybody right now. I know it might sound like it's personal, but I'm just explaining the song. And then you go into the second part of the verse, which is my favorite bar in the whole song. We fight and we make up, you always say it's never you. Yeah, but there is no innocence in a game of two. Bars. That verse is crazy. It's like, we all been there. I know I've been there. You've been there. Like, you're always saying it's never you, but there is no innocence in a game of two. It's such a bar. If you look at 99% of the relationships, there's always some kind of fault on both sides when there's an issue. If you analyze it from a reason state of mind, not an emotion state of mind, you will really be able to identify that's like, okay, there's mistakes being made on both sides. And the secret here is just to drop the ego, stop pointing fingers, and work on it together. But obviously, like, when you're young and it's your first relationship or something, you're not going to be able to do that. It's not easy to get to that point. But that's why I say this in the song, like, it takes two to tango. You can't simply just separate both of them and be like, oh, this person's guilty, this person's innocent. Relationships are a lot more complicated than that. After that, you go into the pre-chorus again, and then goes into the oh, oh, oh. We do a double refrain here, but at the last part of the refrain,
there's a little lead at the end that interweaves with the voices. It's kind of up high for the last few bars of the song. I don't exactly remember it. I didn't really have a written part, so to speak. A lot of what I do and record is improvised, right? So I'll just run the track and play a few ideas. But we ended up really liking that sound, and it kind of just added that extra energy we needed in that section. We kind of had done everything we could, and then it was like, how do we just take this one extra little step higher, right? So that really high guitar interweaving with the voices helps hit that absolute pinnacle that we needed before the song ends.
You're gonna have to go listen to the song to actually get the feel of it, because it is just incredible. And that was breaking down Is Our Time Up. Now you guys get a little bit of the story. Before we say goodbye, I've been thanking a lot of people in my videos and bringing people that like are part of my life or part of my story. I forgot to mention a good friend of mine. Her name is Sandy. She and I have been friends for a little while now. God knows I had a few rough patches in this journey, and a lot of moments I felt very alone, felt like I didn't have anybody else, and Cindy was always there for me. So thank you so much for being such a great friend. It really means the world, and I love you, my friend. With all of that being said, guys, that is it for today. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also activate the notifications so you can stay tuned to everything that is going on here in the channel. Gentle and silly little reminder to go follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to stream the new single. Proceeds will go to the victims. So please, pretty please, link is in the description. Next week, we will be talking about my second single. It's not out yet, unfortunately, but it is a great song. We teased it on the second video here on the series. Go check that out. And we're going to talk a little bit about that song specifically. We're dropping that song mid-June, so stay tuned. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys next week.